Hey.
Hey, David. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody out there.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the January 19th, 2019 webisode of ArtStreamLIVE.
We're a little late getting started this year, but...
Yeah, a little late. New year, new intro.
New intro.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
And,
a lot of new this year.
You know, they say imitation is a sincere form of flattery.
They do say that.
And many artists copy famous artists one.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens if you start copying artists and people think it's really their work?
Well, then you get in trouble.
Now, David's got a little example of something he did that he can show tonight, a famous painting.
Yep.
So David, so is David a forger? Are you a fraud? Are you a fake?
I was told to do that.
You were told to do that. But that's a good example, though, of where you actually copied a painting, and if somebody wasn't careful, they might fool them.
Right.
It's on.
Except on the back it says after Cezanne.
Right, it does. So and you were not deceiving anybody, so that's legit. Artists copy all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. I wanted people to know. But that's where the fun's going to start tonight. Tonight we're going to look at not fake news, but fake views. Right, and fakes, frauds, and forgeries in the art world. And like it says up there, something fishy is going on. So we got a fraud alert. So we're going to get into it tonight.
Okay.
And, this starts way back. This isn't anything new.
Big man.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
And I thought this would be a good example. There are a couple of historical resources in references to an incident with Michelangelo. And supposedly, when he was 21 years old, he made a sculpture, and he made it deliberately to look like an ancient Roman statue. He did a technique they called acidic dirt and earth and made it look aged. And it got sold. Well, the guy that bought it was a cardinal, happened to be the grandnephew of the Pope, he's sure. And by the time the forgery was discovered, Michelangelo was pretty well known and kind of famous around there. And what's ironic is the guy that had purchased the forgery ended up to be his first major patron in Rome. So isn't it funny how things work out? So for him, there were no implications, and they believe it got destroyed in a fire in 1698.
Right.
So it goes way back. It goes further back than that, but I thought that was a good example to start off with. Like it says, there's nothing new. Art forgery is as old as art itself.
Right.
So that's a good example of going back in time. Now,
there we go.
This is a gentleman who's considered, like it says, one of the most famous forgers of them all. He's a Dutch artist, and I will do my best. Hans van Meegeren. And he happened to be in Dutch, and like I said, after World War II, this was a big scandal in the 30s and 40s. And he was discovered after World War II, and he was accused of having collaborated with Nazis and selling national Dutch art treasures to the Nazis. In fact, Goring bought a painting from him. And he kept trying to tell people that no, he did not sell real paintings. They were forgeries he made, and actually he was a hero. Right. Because he fooled the Nazis. And they didn't believe him. They wouldn't believe him. So he ended up having to paint one in front of a courtroom and eyewitnesses to prove. And literally, he was painting for his life. Yeah, literally. Because back then, that charge of treason had a death penalty sentence. Yeah. So this was a famous thing, and they found out a lot more of these existed than they ever realized. So he's one of the all-time famous forgers of art. And he did get sentenced for forgery, but he wasn't that long a sentence, but he died before he could fill out the sentence. So he's going down in history. So I thought, well, that's fun now. Here's another one coming up, more modern. And this one's called the Forger of the Century. This is a gentleman from Germany, Wolfgang Waltrechi. And I know that sounds German, but that's where he was born, 1951. And he forged Picasso, Ferdinand Ledger, a lot of famous paintings. He had a 36-year career in it. And what's fun is he's duped. Well, I think it's fun. Some people don't. You either love the guy or you hate him. Yeah. He's duped experts, auction houses, museums. He even fooled Max Ernst's widow. Now that I don't like. Fool the widow of the artist. But his wife helped sell these. And one of the things they did together, they would make vintage photographs for provenance.
Right.
And she would dress up like his grandmother. And they would have the paintings in the background and saying they were from way back when, and the Nazis had taken these, and now they turned back up.
I remember seeing a documentary on this several years ago. He would scavenge yard sales and resale shops looking for old canvases.
Right.
And then he would take them and he would scrape the paint off and move the paint and paint on the old canvas.
But what caught him was that he used titanium white in the painting that was supposed to have been done in 1915. Only one thing, they didn't have titanium white.
Lead white.
They had lead white. So he got caught. He went to prison for 6 years in 2011. But now that he's out, he's like making a fortune. Yeah. He's making millions and millions of dollars selling now, and it's legit now. They know their face. They do paintings for famous celebrities, make them look like in a style they prefer, and they pay big top dollar for them. And in fact, when he was in prison, his gallery had a show was worth it sold out. Some folks didn't like it. The professional museum group, the gallery group that the gallery was in, they kicked him out. I said, so what?
I'll do it on my own.
They'll do it on their own. So the guy's he's doing very well. Here's some other examples of his work too.
Yeah,
did we show his work?
Oh, yes, we did.
Okay, we're out of order. Okay. Now here's another one.
There we're out.
There we go. That's what we want.
That's what we want.
There's some other examples of his artwork there, right? Yeah. That he's painted different styles, and the guy can do it. I mean, you name a style, he can paint it for you. Now, we kind of jumped the gun, but this is an interesting character. This is a gentleman named Mark Landis. And like it says there, he's a counterfeiter who never committed a crime.
Right.
And he hasn't committed a crime. And I love this little quote he said. This is what got him started. He said, I gave a picture to the museum in the memory of my father, which I hope will please mother. Everyone was so nice that I was soon to get into the habit of donating pictures to the museum. Being treated so nicely by people was something I was unfamiliar with, and I liked it very much. Well, so what he'll do, he'll make these pieces, go to museums, and donate them. So he's not selling them. Now, it is deceptive.
Well, he did dress as a priest.
And, well, what he would do, he does dress as a priest, because it makes it seem a little bit more legitimate.
Right.
And he'll come in and say he's donated it in memory of his mother. And, and the guy's talented, he's got ability. And he's actually full of several major museums.
Yeah, there's been a documentary on him, and I believe 60 Minutes did a report.
Yeah, they did, and they're he's getting up. He's 63. His health is good, so he doesn't get around as much. But yeah, we got some examples of pictures he's done. So I thought that was interesting. He's never committed a crime because he's never changed money for him.
Right.
I guess, like one critic I read said, well, hey, what's the problem? The guy's spending his own nickel going around giving away artwork. Hey, there's no crime against that. Well, this is a range of the work the guy can do. He's got some after Picasso, famous academic drawings, a famous American painting there on the left. So the guy's got ability, and he found out he had a talent for copy.
Right.
And some people don't have original ideas, but they have copying skills, and he's one of the people that does. So he's another example of a famous person. Now, the next one I find, this one's going to be fun. All right. Margaret Keane. She's the actual artist. The one on the left was her husband.
Yeah.
Now, what's fun, it started in California, if I remember right, at some kind of beatnik club selling these outside. He was got very popular. I mean, this became a $1 million business and commercial art. Even Andy Warhol praised her for her ability. And he claimed he was the artist. And supposedly everybody thought he was the one painting them. It turns out, no, she was. They got divorced 5 years later. There was a big slander suit come up. He claimed he was doing it because she was lying. A newspaper wrote that. She sued him. They went to court. The judge said, okay, paint now.
Right.
So in 53 minutes in front of a room full of people, courtroom, she painted them. He said he showed her and couldn't do it. Guess who won the lawsuit? They gave her $14 million.
Wow.
So she is famous for that conflict. They made a movie about it. So I thought that would be a fun one, kind of a little bit different angle. She's not the forger, but her husband claims he's made it.
Right.
So, how many husbands are forgers of their wife's work?
Probably not many.
So I thought that was interesting to bring up that angle. Now, this is a gentleman that I wasn't going to get into a lot, but John Myatt. And if they want to go online, this is a great website. It's called intentedtosue.org. They have different artists on there.
Right.
But here's an example of an artist who met a bad art dealer. The guy had a tremendous amount of talent, and he found out he could copy. This is what amazed me. He would mix latex paint with KY gel. That's what he painted with. But he started a business called, if I remember right, Unique Fake or Original Fake. But he let people know up front they weren't real paintings, they were copies. They're real paintings, but he let them know they were copies. There's nothing illegal about that.
No.
Well, this one gentleman kept buying and buying. He was an art dealer. He came back with a piece of paper showing how Socrates had verified one of them as an original for big bucks, and this guy, the dealer, sold it. And came and told him, well, being an artist, he needed money. And instead of booting the guy out the door, he got tempted and took the bait. Man. He made like over 200 of these things. He finally got caught and spent time in prison. And you can bring up the next one, showing examples of his work.
Oh, yeah.
These are things the guy can do. Now he's legit. He's legitimate artist. Everybody knows up front what they're getting when he does it. He does variations on them. He'll have famous people ask him to do paintings. He's even got an interesting series on YouTube called The Forger's Masterclass, where he teaches people how to paint like Van Gogh, how to paint like Renoir. So I thought that's fascinating. Talk about an artist meeting the wrong art dealer. That was it. He went over to the dark side. Right. Now this is every museum's nightmare. Edidine Terrace Museum. Edidine Terrace is the artist. They have a museum in his hometown, Only, France, where they have artwork. Well, unfortunately, they have made a major discovery. They had a historian come in and help them with things, and he started looking at things closer and found out, oh, wait a minute, things aren't what they seem to be here. Yeah. And they found out, like it says there, that 82 of the works weren't painted by the artist.
Oh, boy.
They're forgeries. They're copies. They're fake. And the staff didn't even know it. And so and there was some embarrassment.
Oh, yeah, just a little.
But they came up, and as soon as they found out, they were legit about it. But yeah, it can happen. And, he just happened to visit and was helping them with reviving an installation. Right. And our students were wiped off on his hands. And white gloves. And they shouldn't do that. That's usually not normal. So, that's one of the examples that came up where I thought that was a grand one. For the worst case scenario. Even the mayor of the town apologized to people, because it would be embarrassing. I mean, it wasn't a deliberate act of deception. I think they're still trying to figure out how it happened. But it happens all the time. And in fact, you bring our disclaimer up there, we'll put our fair use claim. And that's one thing about ArtStreamLIVE now. We are the real deal. Yep. We are 100% authentic.
That's right.
No forge, no faking here. We're going to give it to you straight. But I thought, what a fun subject to
We don't even use makeup.
No, we don't even, hey, do I need it? Do you think this was what happens? No. Right. Makeup. But that was the subject tonight.
Right.
Here. And we started off showing David's an example where he made a famous piece. I mean, that's what artists do. You copy and learn. Nothing wrong with that. It's when you try to pass it off as the original, then you get into trouble.
Yeah, if I put Van Gogh's signature on it, that would have
That would do it. So keep it real out there, folks.
That's right.
That's what. Nothing wrong with learning from other artists. Just don't tell them that Van Gogh painted it when he didn't. That's not right. So, okay. Well, that was it for tonight. I don't know what we'll do next month, so the short two tonight.
They can keep track of us on Facebook. Find out what we're going to do.
All right. Yes. And I think they can contact us if they want.
They can bring that up.
Yeah, bring that up, and it's still there. We'll give them a little
on the bottom.
There you go. That's how to reach us if you have any questions or ideas.
Webpage and ArtStreamLIVE@gmail.com.
And Charles couldn't be with us tonight, but like I said at the beginning, there'll be times when he'll make a special appearance.
Right.
Charles is retired. Lucky dog. That's part of the fun he's getting to have. The boy's retired and having a good time, so lucky him.
Take care, Charles. He's probably partying right now.
Probably is.
He's watching us.
Well, I hope he is watching. And Charles, if you are, good night, and come on by and see us sometime.
So long.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming and watching tonight. Bye-bye.